A toolkit for happiness in life. Before I give the strong meat of what I have to offer, it's best I preface with what I'm not offering. 1. I am not offering an excuse to stay in your comfort zone. Number 2, I am not suggesting any cult-like practice. 3, I am not prescribing a one-size-fits-all scientific solution for anything. 4, I am not dismissing your struggles or laments. 5, I am not downplaying other sources of happiness in life. But I am sharing one practice that will irreversibly change your life. There's a schism in thought that is difficult to trace in philosophy between the Romantics and the Enlightenment. This is because the Enlightenment was a rationalistic reaction against the status quo, which was romantic. What I'm saying is, in days of yore, mysticism, mystery, romanticism were the norm. It wasn't until the Enlightenment thinkers came around that we began to believe that all mystery could be understood, and those thinkers take us to today, where people believe that until they get a wife or a new job or another digit on their bank account or a new car, whatever it is, they won't/can't be happy. But we have forgotten what life is really about. Around 10 years ago, when I was 17, I was chronically unhappy. I was very much like the general mass of Northamptonshire who constantly whine and lament their grievances. School shit, Wellingborough shit, life sucks. I was having a terrible time and had no issues expressing it. But at a certain point, I'd had enough. The hopelessness was so severe, I had to look for answers, something that might help relieve the burden. At this point, I had been going to the gym for a fair amount of years and had been training MMA. And I understood if you want to get better at anything, you learn from those who are already good at it. Your MMA coach, the big experienced guy in the gym. Likewise, if you wanted to learn guitar or even to be happy. So I looked around, and sure enough, the happiest man I knew was also the closest to me, my father. So I asked him, "How are you always so happy?" His answer was this: "Every day when I go to bed, I say my prayers and thank God for all the blessings in my life." I said, "But Dad, I'm not religious. I don't believe in God." He said, "You don't have to be religious. If you sit down every day and think about all the good things and appreciate them, you'll always be happy, you'll go to bed happy, you'll wake up happy. People always want more, and they're never happy with what they've got. If you can appreciate the small things, you can appreciate the big things. But if you can't, you'll have everything and you'll feel like you have nothing. Try it for 30 days and see how you feel." I'm no sucker. I don't believe any random idea. I'm serious and disciplined. And if someone puts a serious challenge forward in an area I'm looking to improve, I take action and I ask questions later. So for over a year, every day, I wrote the date of the entry, and today I am thankful for, and followed with a page of whatever, looking back on the day, I could sum up some gratitude for. The sun, seeing my mum, a bottle of Lucozade, or a nice moment with a female. And this did change my life. But why? I believe it's because they are spiritually and psychologically the same thing. The practice of gratitude is found in the state of happiness. If you're happy, you're going to be grateful for things. And the state of happiness is found in the practice of gratitude. If you practice gratitude, you're going to be happy. They are the same thing, or part of the same chain of being. and being so depend on each other to sustain. They are, in fact, the product of one another. In the German language, which I have become a keen student, happiness is glücklich. Luck is Glück. This represents the feeling, happiness, and the situation, luck. But the middleman is the observer, the noticer, the perceiver. You must perceive your Glück, your luck, to become glücklich, happy. I believe other languages show similar patterns, like felicitas, representing fruitfulness or fortune, as a feeling in Latin. So if we can recognize happiness and gratitude as part of the same chain of being, let's get into gratitude itself. And we'll do that by digging a little bit of archaeology on some lost wisdom. We'll start with Confucius. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will his world and the world at large be. Confucius, 500 BC. Nothing is enough for the man whom enough is too little. Epicurus, 300 BC. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus, 100 AD. Only people who think they are happy stay happy. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius, 180 AD. It is not what a man outwardly has or wants that constitutes the happiness or misery of him. Nakedness, hunger, distress of all kinds, death itself, have been cheerfully suffered when the heart is right. Thomas Carlyle, 1839. However mean your life is, meet it and live it. Do not shun it and call it names. It is not so bad as you are. It looks poorest when you are richest. The fault finder will find fault even in paradise. Love your life. Poor as it is, you may perhaps have some pleasant, thrilling, glorious hours. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will evade you. But if you notice the other things around you, it will gently come and sit on your shoulder. Henry David Thoreau, 1854. Now, here are a couple quotes by unknown authors, but they are just as valuable. You can't always have a good day, but you can always face a bad day with a good attitude. Be happy, not because everything is good, but because you can see the good. Happiness is not about getting what you want all the time. It's about loving what you have and being grateful for it. When you focus on the good gets better. Without gratitude, everything can feel like nothing. With gratitude, nothing can feel like everything. Modern studies and science affirm these notions, which have been recognized by romantics since days of yore. In Jonathan Haidt's happiness hypothesis, he explains it using the terms maximizers and satisficers, referring to those ungrateful and those satisfied. And Rick Hanson, in Hardwiring Happiness, goes even deeper. Here's a quote from the book, or several quotes together. The mind takes its shape from what it rests upon. If you step back from the details of these studies, one simple truth stands out. Your experiences matter, not just for how they feel in the moment, but for the lasting traces they leave in your brain. Your experiences of happiness, worry, love, and anxiety can make real changes in your neural networks. The structure-building processes of the nervous system are turbocharged by conscious experiences, and especially by what's in the foreground of your awareness. Since neurons that fire together wire together, staying with a negative experiences past the point that's useful is like running laps in hell. You dig the track a little deeper in your brain each time you go around it. On the other hand, positive experiences always have gain and rarely have pain. They usually feel good in the moment. Additionally, the most direct way to grow inner strengths, such as determination, a sense of perspective, positive emotions, compassion, is to have experiences of them in the first place. If you want to develop more gratitude, keep resting your mind on feeling thankful. If you want to feel more loved, look for and stay with experiences in which you feel included, seen, appreciated, liked, or cherished. In short, repetitive complaining will attract things for you to complain about. Repeated gratitude will attract things for you to be thankful about. The practice of gratitude is a transformative process where not just you transform, but the world around you transforms too. I believe you have a live and ongoing relationship with God, where the more you thank God, the more God gives you to be thankful for. I wrote this so that you don't have to worry about this part of your life anymore, this aspect of your life. You can still have ambitious goals. You should still have ambitious goals. But when it comes to happiness, this should be something that you can fix and feel equipped for because you understand its link to gratitude and you can practice to get the result. Here is a complementary program. 3 pieces, a short term, a medium term, and a long term little set of goals. So the first one, short term, something you can do today. This is from Frederick Dodson's www.realitycreation.org. He says, for more gratitude, make a list of stuff you don't want to change. Medium term. This is 21 days. It's Will Bauer's No Complaining Challenge. So look that up. And it's a 21-day challenge. I believe you wear a bracelet. And every time you complain, you move it from your left wrist across to your right wrist. And you reset it the next day. And you have to last 21 days of no complaining. And the long-term challenge is to start a thankful book or a nightly practice of gratitude prayer. That's the whole program. That's the whole solution. A toolkit for happiness.